3 trillion trees. They tell me that's how many trees there are these days, though I imagine there was a time when there were many more before the cortege rhythm of falling timber. God made trees on the 3rd day. On the 3rd day, our ears perk up. It's a green day, a day of loam soil and growing things. A day so good that God saw it so not once, but twice. An auspicious day, a good day to get married, a wedding day, a day to turn water to wine.
On the 3rd day, God made trees of every kind, silver birch and blue spruce, weeping willow and giant sequoia, oak and pine, apple and orange, buckeye trees and cypress trees, the banyan tree for Buddha to sit under, a deciduous tree called Chinese Wonder, the sycamore who was a friend of mine, the thorny locust who was not so kind. And in the middle of the garden, there was one of a kind, the tree of life with the fruit of immortality.
When Adam and Eve were banished from the garden for eating the forbidden fruit, the tree was guarded by a fearsome angel with a flaming sword turning every which way. But why? I think it had to do with not getting stuck in the wrong kind of immortality.
3 trillion trees. Trees for firewood and lumber, for warmth and shelter. Fruit trees and olive trees for delectable food and luxurious oil. Hardwood oak, walnut, and mahogany for crafting the necessary items of living and killing. A club, a gallows, a cross. Of course, a cross.
Plato said that at the center of the soul of the cosmos, there is a cross. Plato would say something like that, proto-Christian that he was. David foresaw much when he spoke of a forsaken one, with pierced hands as they gambled for his clothes. But Plato may have foreseen even more when he spoke of a just one, tortured and spat upon, and last of all, crucified. Crucified by being nailed to a tree of death that became the tree of life.
The tree that appears at the beginning of the Bible, in the middle of the garden, and then reappears at the end of the Bible, in the middle of the garden city. The Revelator called it the tree of life. A clever scribe called it the tree of the Lamb. And you know what? They're both right.
3 trillion trees, and one became the wood between the worlds. God died on a tree, that by God's own death, a door might be opened to the world on the far side of the wood. This world is a womb for the world to come, a chrysalis cosmos still cocooned, awaiting metamorphosis.
3 trillion trees. They came to be on the 3rd day of creation, that double blessed day of verdant goodness.
3 trillion trees. One became the wood upon which the Son of God was hung.
A tree created on the 3rd day. The 3rd day, a day of 3 trillion trees. And on the 3rd day of new creation, the stone was rolled away.
On the 3rd day, the gardener walked again in the garden. On the 3rd day, the firstborn emerged from a cocoon called death. On the 3rd day, a new world was born.
There is the world that was and the world to come. And between those two worlds is the wood on which the Son of God was hung. 3 trillion trees, and one became the wood between the worlds.